I love hummingbirds. I have 3 hummingbird feeders spread throughout my yard to attract them. Hummingbirds are small but mighty creatures. They're only about 3 inches long. They weigh about 1/10 of an ounce, and they can beat their wings 10 to 15 times a second. I love to watch them hover right in front of the feeder and then settle in to start drinking the nectar. It's very calming until the fighting starts. And here's what happens. It turns out that hummingbirds can be very territorial. And even though I have 3 feeders spread far apart throughout my yard, they will all descend on one feeder and start fighting each other, trying to keep each other away from it. They will even sit on the feeder itself, not eating, just sitting there, looking constantly for the other hummingbirds in order to chase them away. All the while, the whole time they're doing this, there is more than enough nectar out there for everyone, for all of them to be fully satisfied, to be calm, and to never have to fight one another for the nectar. But that's not how they do it. They're all wanting to fight each other over that one single feeder. You know, some lawyers behave the same way when it comes to running their business, and it's a big mistake. Hi, I'm Sharon Christie, founder and CEO of Bold Women Lawyers and author of the Bold Women Lawyers Success Guide. I've had my own solo law firm for more than 15 years. And over the years, I've learned that client development and marketing is not a zero-sum game. But many lawyers act that way. Many lawyers are so afraid of the competition that it almost paralyzes them. All they can think about is trying to keep the competition away from their clients. They believe that there is a finite amount of business, and if you get the client, that means that I won't get one. That's just not true if you are running your business properly. You know, to be successful in your law business, the very first thing you have to do is identify your ideal client. And remember, your ideal client may well not be my ideal client, even though we're in the same general area of practice. That's the very first thing you have to do. Figure out who your ideal client is. You have to do a deep dive into who that client is, what her life is like, what keeps her up at night, what legal problems she has that are keeping her up at night, and how you can help her solve those problems. You have to understand the conversation that's going on in her head, and you have to be able to join in that conversation through your marketing and your marketing message. You want to focus your time and attention and effort on identifying who the ideal client is for you in your practice and speaking to her directly in your marketing. Don't waste your time worrying about what other lawyers are doing or what clients they're trying to attract or what clients they do attract. As I said before, their ideal client is not your ideal client, even though you're in the same general practice area. Just like the nectar for my hummingbirds, there's plenty of business for everybody. Stay focused. Stay focused on the best clients for you in your practice. Stay focused on what marketing message that client needs to hear from you. Stay focused on the conversation that that ideal client is having in her head and how you can address her problems in your marketing message. As I said, there is plenty of business for everyone. You just have to know how to find it and find the best clients for you. Running a successful law practice isn't easy, but it can be the most rewarding thing you ever do professionally and financially. In addition to identifying and marketing to your ideal client, there are other key factors to having a successful solo or small firm practice. If you know that you're ready for a thriving 6-figure plus law business without sacrificing your sanity and your soul, go to my law firm I've done that before. I laugh every time I say it because you can tell I'm a lawyer, telling people to go to my law firm. Go to my website at boldwomenlawyers.com and download my Bold Women Lawyers Solo Success Guide. In it, you're going to learn a lot of things. For example, why women really struggle in identifying their ideal client and how that can hurt you financially. I talk about how I developed a system to attract a steady stream of great clients to my law firm and how you can do the same thing. I talk about what steps you need to take to free yourself from the administrative work that has to be done to run a successful business. But if it's you that's doing it, you're robbing yourself of the time you need to develop and grow your practice and create the practice that you want. If you already know that you are ready to go deeper now into your practice, to evaluate it, to identify the biggest problems that are holding you back and find solutions to those problems, then a law practice intensive day with me may be just what you need. Book a discovery call. You can do it right on my website, boldwomenlawyers.com. Book a discovery call. Let's talk about what's going on with you and your practice and how we can work together to build the practice of your dreams. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to come back next week for another success tip.